Music artists and creators, I have a question for you. What's one of the most single important documents in your arsenal? What's the document that can get you radio play, big press, and in front of big audiences? If you said the EPK, you're right. Let's go, baby. What's going on, YouTube? I'm Shug Daniels from Gable Music Ventures, and I'm excited to bring you some more tips and tricks for the music industry today. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you like this type of content so you don't miss out on any of this juicy stuff. Just like any other industry, the music industry has a flow. It has a way. There's certain forms and documents that you're gonna wanna have, and we wanna keep you guys looking professional. Also, stick around towards the end for some bonus tips. I have artists ask me all the time, do they still even need an EPK? If you want to be taken like a pro, yes. Maybe the local dive bar down the street doesn't care if you have an EPK, but the bigger venues, the big publications, and the record labels are gonna want one. It puts everything that they need to know about you in a little tiny package, and they don't have to go searching for it. We don't want them searching for nothing. Being able to send an EPK to these people without them even having to ask for one and create one is gonna take a load off of your shoulders. So it's best we just get started on it today, kiddies. You ready? So for those of you who still don't even know what an EPK is, it stands for Electronic Press Kit. Your EPK is going to include promo information about who you are or an upcoming release. It can live in PDF form, it can be a Google Doc, you can save it as JPEG or PNG form. Whatever form you put it in, you should definitely keep it somewhere handy, like in a hard drive, in your iCloud, or your Google Drive, just somewhere you have it easily accessible. I like to personally keep mine on my website that has a personalized EPK tab. You can have that on your website. You can even make it private if you don't want everyone to see it, which I don't know why you wouldn't want anybody to see all that nice hard work. Some websites like Sonic Bids and Reverb Nation even will allow you to host it on their websites. Either way, just keep it somewhere handy and easy to send around. Your press kit should contain all the promo material that a journalist or a blogger would need to cover your brand story within their coverage area. Now, depending on what you have going on, if you have a new music release or a new music video that you're about to premiere, you could have several different types of EPKs. But for the sake of keeping everything basic and keeping everything consistent, no matter who you're sending the EPK out, we're gonna talk about the basics of what you wanna have in them. EPKs are very image heavy. We're gonna wanna include some high resolution photographs of you. We're gonna wanna do something creative and eye-catching. Sometimes I like to sass up my confidence with a little haircut, maybe a piercing, I don't know, do what feels right. But no matter what you do, make sure it's high resolution, the lighting is good, and people can see your face. It's good to include at least one that's landscape, one that's portrait, and one that's a square, so they have options to pick from. If I can afford it in my budget, I like to cross-promote with cool photographers in the area who are trying to get their grind on too. It's okay to include some action and live performance shots if they're really powerful and really moving, but that only comes second to a great band photo. You're gonna wanna make sure these images are all downloadable and able to be used legally. So if somebody needs to use them quickly, there isn't a bunch of paperwork in between. We wanna make things easy for everybody. The next thing we're gonna wanna put on that EPK is a bio, a brief description of who you are and your brand story. Include anything that sets you apart from all the other artists that are trying to get that same gig that you're trying to get. What makes you special? What makes you unique? What kind of music do you create? Be sure to include any keywords and your genre. That's a biggie. You don't want to forget what you make. You don't want to forget to tell them what you make. Next, we're going to want to include a press release. This is where you can get fancy, embellish a little bit, tell them the story about your upcoming release. So here you can flex your writing muscles, but you're going to want to avoid being cutesy or funny unless you can really pull it off. It comes across as corny, and we want people to take you seriously in the music industry. We have another video about writing band bios, so after this one, be sure to hop over there, check that one out so you can really get the good juices flowing, baby. we're gonna wanna put some links to all your socials on your EPK. The coolest and the most efficient way is to drop the little logo of whatever it's gonna be, whether it be Twitter or Facebook, Instagram, or whatever you're gonna have, and then create a hyperlink. So when they click that logo, it takes them directly to your page. Be sure to list them in the order of the ones that you're most popular on to the ones that you're least popular on. For example, if I have 10,000 fans on Facebook, but I don't really use my Twitter too much, and I only have 100 fans on my Twitter or 100 followers on my Twitter, I'm gonna put my Facebook first, because why wouldn't you, baby? Best foot forward. If there are any forms of social media that you don't use, don't include them, especially ones that you're not active on. It should be a direct link to your best and most popular song. Whatever has the most Spotify plays or SoundCloud, Bandcamp, whatever it is, that's the one we want. We want the hit. Play the hit! Do not, I repeat, do not send downloadable attachments. You want to send links. Downloadable attachments slow programs and computers down. And on top of that, nobody wants to download your music onto their hardware. They don't want to do that. Taking up space? Let it live on SoundCloud if it hasn't been released yet, and send them a private link. If you have a cool music video, be sure to include that too. The best is either going to be the music video with the most views or your latest music video. I know you're going to be tempted to just throw up a live performance, but unless it is mixed with different lighting and different camera angles, you're going to want to avoid that. If that live performance has bad sound, you're gonna turn them right off, and we don't wanna turn them off. We wanna turn them on, baby. On only. To throw a little extra spice on there, y'all, we're gonna throw in your previous press. That's anything that anyone else has written about you before. That's gonna be anything from newspapers, blogs, radio, and television. One great quote can be recycled for years and years, so it doesn't matter if it was yesterday they said this amazing thing about you or 2 years ago, put it in big quotations and bam, put it right on there. Strangely enough, good press tends to generate more good press. I don't know why it works like that. So whenever you get some press, be sure to put it somewhere, stick it somewhere safe, so when you're updating your EPK or your bio, you can update it with the newest, freshest tidbits about you. At the end, we're gonna wanna include 1 or 2 sentences with some contact information. Now they have yours because you sent the email, but if they have your manager, your PR person, your tour manager, ain't no dropping the ball, baby. And that's what we want. It's bonus tip time, guys. If you made it this far, thank you. We love you, we appreciate you. Bonus tip is, have somebody proofread this for you. I know it sounds pretty basic and simple, but you'd be surprised how many EPKs are sent out and links don't work, the grammar's horrible, the spelling's bad, everything's out of date. So before you send it out, once it's done, it's completed, get a friend and just take a little look-see. An extra set of eyes goes a long way here. All right, guys, so that's it for Gable Music Ventures tips and tricks today. I hope you enjoyed all these good little tidbits of information. I'm Shug Daniels. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe. If there's anything we missed, drop it down in the comments. Let us know what you want us to cover, and we'll cover it for you. On behalf of Gable Music Ventures, thanks for watching. Stay safe, take care, and rock on.